This is Paul McKenna for PT Boxing. I'm here today down in London with me, the man himself, Micky Amoo. How are you, mate? Okay,
yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
Good stuff, mate. I'm good. Here today for Anthony Joshua's press conference.
Yeah.
Taking on Charles Martin. It's really busy. The media have come out today, and I know you've been a big help in Team Martin's camp and helping them down in the gym and such. And Paul Kane, Charles is one of Charles' managers, have just been speaking obviously really highly and so happy with the job you've done with them, and it's going to be good Saturday night. Yeah,
it's fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic occasion. We've got two young, hungry fighters that have come to fight. There's no, there's no make-up in this at all. It is a proper, genuine fight, and proper styles match up. You've got a southpaw, rangy, and you've got a strong, muscly Joshua. It's going to be interesting to see how the fight starts out. If it's going to be cagey, if Joshua's going to jump on him, if Charles is going to maybe switch the tables and jump on him. We just don't know, until that first bell goes.
Exactly. I think it's a bit strange with the bookies. They've got Charles as like a really, really wide underdog for the fight, and at the end of the day, he is the current champion. He's knocked out 21 of his 24 fights. He's 6'5", 6'6", southpaw, awkward. He's got the ingredients to cause an upset.
Exactly. Styles make fighters, but I think the bookies are running on the euphoria of Anthony being an Olympic gold medalist, knocking out 15 out of 15, and it's a British thing, and everyone's getting behind it. So okay, have him the favourite, but not such a wide favourite. I think it's slightly disrespectful to Charles.
Yeah, definitely. Just touching on a man with many knockouts, Richard Commey.
24-0 with 22 knockouts, We're now mandatory for the IBF lightweight title. He's currently at the Pro SW gym training and just ticking over until we get a date. Hopefully we'll find out next week. I think Lindsay Tucker is here this week to supervise this fight and Lee Selby's fight, so I'm going to put him to one side and have a chat with him and see where we go. Warriors Boxing also, who control Francis Bartholomew, they're here obviously with Charles. We've had a couple of little sit downs with them. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to keep it going on and see whether we can pull something from them to see if Francis really wants to take the fight. I have my doubts. Because so many people have been ducking Richard for all these so-called champions. And I was looking at the Ring Magazine ratings the other week. And Richard, we all know Ring Magazine is independent, and Richard was rated number 4, and he was rated above 3 world champions, current world champions. So that's how highly Ring Magazine, and we all respect Ring Magazine, so that's how highly they rate Richard. It's just a shame that some of these people haven't come to the fore. When Richard had the Commonwealth, we had to vacate it, and Luke Campbell went and took it. It would have been great if Luke Campbell would have challenged Richard for it, but obviously...
He's a very avoided fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a very avoided fighter, but... and I don't think it's the boxers avoiding, I think it's people around them that are avoiding, coming out with excuses that there's no money in it, or it's not a fancy fight. Listen, you put it to the fighters, every fighter wants to be the best. Anthony Joshua is stepping in here, he wants to be the best. With 15-0, look what he's doing, he's fighting a world champion. Charles is coming over into the cauldron of the O2, fighting a hot prospect who's got the whole country behind him. Exactly. That's what boxing's about. You go and fight champions and be the best, you become the best. But hey, sometimes people around boxing are just a bit fickle, and that's how it is. But we're still working hard to get Richard to the side.
Every time I seem to go and check up on Richard, he's had another fight and another win, another knockout, and I've lost a little bit of progress. I only thought he was about 19, 20. He's 24 now.
24-0 now. We struggle for opponents, and we'd like to, we'd like to have a meaningful fights. We didn't have to take this last fight because we're mandatory, but we want to keep busy. We want to keep Richard ticking over. So everything's going to be fine. We'll know next week, and hopefully once we get a date set, all systems go, and the fight could take place anywhere. There's some interesting opportunities coming our way, and we're looking at all prospects, and it could be anywhere on the globe. So Richard's obviously promoted by the Sowlands, as everyone knows, and they promote all over Europe, in America, in Africa. So the fight could be anywhere. And once Richard Touchwood wins the IBF title, we won't be going for any of these easy fights. So we'll be looking to unify the titles. Richard wants to be the best lightweight on the planet. So to all the lightweights out there, to all the champions that are out there, once Richard wins the IBF title, he'll be looking to unify. So forget about all the excuses about it doesn't make money, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that. any unification makes money.
Yeah.
Any unification is attractive to the fight fans. You know, the fight fans will come out and watch. You know what I mean? TV will put on a unification.
Of course.
So all the people who say it ain't going to be no good, listen, don't come to us with those excuses. We're not listening to those excuses.
Yeah.
Put your belts on the table. Richard will put his belt on the table when he's got it, and we'll fight.
As far as it goes with the lightweight division, obviously it's stacked, packed on the world scene, especially in England.
It's a great division because there's no outstanding candidate. There's a lot of prospects. There's no one outstanding champion there. And I think we need to get all these champions together and these prospects together, fighting to see who is the real deal. You know?
That's it. Obviously, as you've mentioned, Richard is mandatory now, and is it only a matter of time? Is it only a matter of time before it's inevitable that he gets his hand on that world title?
Listen, as the IBF shown, they were very quick in stripping Tyson Fury of his title. So they know they've given us a date where they're going to send out letters. I think it's April the 18th to order us the negotiations to start between the Sauerlands and Warriors Boxing. And once that letter's issued, all systems go. You know, and it will remain to be seen whether Francis takes the fight. If Warriors want to take the fight, we want the fight, and we don't care where on the globe it is.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait.
Well, I believe Richard has fought in some strange places anyway.
He's fought in Denmark, he's fought in South Africa, he's fought in Ghana, he's fought in the UK, he's fought in the US, he's fought everywhere. I mean,
all good experience, though.
Great experience. The credit's Richard. I mean, we fought in South Africa last year in March. When we came back, 2 weeks we came back, we was offered a fight in Vegas, headlining the show in Vegas, live coast to coast on CBS, with Al Bernstein headlining the commentary. You know what I mean? It was a fantastic experience, not just for Richard, but for the whole team, for his trainer, for myself. So I mean, it's a fantastic experience. You know what I mean? And all the better for it. I don't think a lot of people thought that Richard would go out and win that fight, but he did. And since then, everybody's been running.
Yeah, I think it's one of them where, at the minute with Richard, as you said, because he's such a an avoider fighter, and people are coming to yourself and the team with certain excuses and so on. Once he gets his hands on that world title, and there's nowhere to run, and you'll have to take these fights. There's some mouth-watering fights for Richard.
Some great fights. Not only in this category, later on in his career, we're going up to light welter, super lightweight, and up to welterweight. Richard can do it. I mean, it's not a problem. Do you know what I mean? But he wants to cement himself now in the lightweight division. Once he's done that, then we'll see what happens in the next couple of years.
That's it, mate. 100%. Well, it was a pleasure speaking to you as always, mate. Best of luck with Richard, obviously, and the rest of the lads and whatnot in the gym, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you very soon.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
You take care.
Thank you.
Great stuff.